Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, we explored the archive and didn't really get that much out of it except for, the usual shit in the tutorial we already know. Does that mean, hey, somebody's gotta get that tutorial paper so we can prove Dio's an asshole? I mean, there's a plethora of ways to prove that Dio's an asshole, but, this is just one of them. Anywho, let's get the fuck out of here, huh? Presumably the lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? I'm gonna open the door. Go ahead. I'm all set. Then here we go. Time for a stupid countdown. 3, 2, 1! You found it!
Is this another warehouse?
Yes.
It looks like it.
Just like the one on floor A.
There's graffiti on the wall here, too. It's something different, though.
Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun.
Did they make a mistake? That isn't how you spell it. They added that E to ninth, but why?
Yes, everyone has commented on the additional E. Clearly it's an anagram. What it is, who the fuck knows? I guess that's one of the mysteries we still haven't gotten, so we have 3 things we need to figure out. What is Memento Mori if the ninth lion ate the sun's anagram of? What is the password to the number 2 bomb? And what is the username needed to log into the director's room laptop? And I suppose what's on that laptop that we need all that information to get into. So, 4 things. 4 things that need to be solved. Yeah. That's weird.
What does it mean?
Who the fuck knows? Well, I think Memento Mori is Latin for something like remember death or don't forget your mortality. That other part, I assume it's just what it says on the tin.
A conditional relating to whether or not a lion has eaten the sun?
Yeah.
But what on earth does that mean?
Who the fuck knows?
It just seems like gibberish.
It's not. It is, but it's not. Agreed. Whatever it means is beyond me, and apparently literally no one has known what this is an anagram of. The one downstairs was easy, apparently. Tenmyoji figured that out immediately, but this one, not a damn person knows.
Look at that door over there. Doesn't it look just like the one on the other floor?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be as mad as I am about that, but it really irritates me. They bring it up every single time! We get it! I will say this, that's the one huge flaw about this game, having to go through different timelines and still encountering things that are very much the same, being unable to skip tutorials and that sort of thing where it's like, oh yes, they're talking about the thing we've seen 100 times already. Great!
Yeah, but there isn't anything written on this one.
Usually cut that out, but for this one we're going to keep it, because this is still technically a new cutscene. Yeah, there's a big 9 on the other door. I guess that means the door isn't important. This door isn't important, rather.
I don't see anything that looks like it might open it either.
Yup. Nothing. Not opening.
Of course it isn't. Look at this thing. It's solid steel.
Well, how do you open it then?
From the other side, maybe?
Or maybe you just don't open it. The other side?
Hey, what's the deal with those doors over there? The ones that are glowing white. Do you think they could be chromatic doors?
Yes, indeed I do, Luna.
There are 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. See, they've got those little boxes. These must be the next set of chromatic doors we're supposed to go through.
But they're all the same color. Well, for all the other doors, we had to add colors together to make another color. In this case, we probably just have to make white instead.
Suddenly, the voice of the announcer echoed through the warehouse.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Dio is being a tool once again. Fuck Dio.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? How the hell did that happen?
Someone on one of the other teams must have opened one. All they'd need is one of the moon keys.
Well, why would they do that without waiting for the rest of us?
We can ask them when we get there. Come on.
That was a lot of voice cracks. I apologize for that read. Warehouse A. We leapt out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyoji, Dio, and Alice. Hey! What the hell is this? Why don't you open one of the AB rooms before the rest of us got back?
Alice and I haven't done anything.
Dio apparently felt he didn't need to wait.
'Cause he's an asshole. Fuck you, Dio.
You got a problem?
Yes! Yes! Yes, I do have a
Why?
problem!
I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the AB rooms.
Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense!
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere.
No sooner were those words out of her mouth.
Oh, thank goodness.
Alright, this seems to be running the same way it normally does, so I think it's time for us to cut shit out.
You're all here.
Oh, we're going through the red door this time. Alright, so then are we going to the pantry? Because that's through the red door, and that's where they went, apparently. Yep, unfortunately, pantry. Pantry. Alright, anything interesting in here aside from... Oh, dang it, Alice ain't here. So this is the pantry, huh? Alice, Tenmyoji, and Dio searched this room. Damn. Nothing here either! We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad! If she loses it like Quark did, nope, and nobody's around to stop her? Shit. I need to hurry! And to the bee garden. I decided to try the garden where Phi, Quark, and Kay had gone after passing through their door. So we're gonna cut this again. Oh, was that new? We literally didn't find her? I searched every corner of floor B. She was nowhere to be seen. Oh shit! We just didn't find her. Oh no. This is pointless. I should just get back to floor A. Maybe someone else has found her. Wow. I accidentally skipped some new stuff. I just sort of grazed past it, not realizing it was new, because I figured it would be a situation where it's like, oh, we'll find Fi in the corner with her or something and have to get her again. It's no big deal. Well, I guess it was a big deal, because we actually didn't find her at all. Well, Quark is fine. He's knocked out. We don't have Excelivir. Crew quarters. Oh, we're gonna find Alice dead in the crew quarters with a scalpel, aren't we? This is gonna be a repeat of that timeline where she killed herself in the crew quarters. Doesn't look like anybody's here. I should have a look in the rooms. Yeah, no, I called it. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It was almost like getting punched. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to wobble, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last, I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. Embedded in her chest was the scalpel. I was no doctor, but judging by the angle, it looked like it pierced her heart. Had someone stabbed her? No. What if she...
We're all going to die. I'd rather die here!
No. No! Something in my brain snapped. Yeah! A scream crawled its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. The last thing I felt was my body slumping to the floor as the world went dark. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Game over. What? That's weird. That's really weird. How though? Because there was still shit to do on this time. Oh. Where did Alice go? Really? Is this a lock you have to fail just so you can get it? Because we have the knowledge we need to unlock it. Okay. Let's go back in now that we've seen what would have happened if we didn't have the knowledge of her being in the bee garden. I guess. Or her in the crew quarters, I guess, at this point. No one's here, huh? Damn! Where did she go? Then suddenly, the world shifted. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then, just as I begun to adjust, it was gone, as if nothing had happened. What was that? Actually, I should correct myself. Before I said if we didn't know she was going to be in the Bee Garden, or in this case, the crew quarters. But we've seen her corpse in the crew quarters a lot. So, it just makes the perfect sense to think, oh, this would be unlocked as soon as you've seen her in the crew quarters at any point with a scalpel in her chest instead of the Myrmidon knife. It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad! I need to find Alice now! But where could she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? What about the crew quarters? Yeah! Yeah! That has to be it! I set off at a dead run. Specifically room 2, if I remember correctly. Crew quarters. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel, like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain, I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you all right? Alice, say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed like she'd only passed out. Shit, what am I supposed to do now? Oh man, maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone.
Alright, this is probably gonna get cut, because this is where we go. She's got Radical 6 too!
You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to... She has also been infected. Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special whether or not there's any... No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
$10 all players, if no vote.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave him behind.
No! I'm not leaving!
Clover.
I'm staying here! Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone! She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soperil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark. I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are.
What?
You two are going to be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are going to be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm going to choose Betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that!
Is that so?
Yes, it is so! For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna!
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up! What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. I'm going to skip this because it's tutorial again.
Huh? What's this? There wasn't anything like this in the pen.
Nothing in the garden either.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
Okay, that was a bit new, I guess. So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks Betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier?
I mean, clearly you were thinking the same thing.
No way am I gonna choose Betray.
Bullshit, Dio.
You do know her BP's at 1, right?
Yeah, and you've killed people at 1 BP before in other timelines.
What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Well, she'd die.
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room, too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us.
Good on you, Tenmyoji. Fuck Dio.
That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me.
Yes, we are. You fucking suck, Dio.
Whatever shall I do?
Give up and, get rid of the bombs and just let everyone go about their business.
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
Well, now I'm curious.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah. Something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay will get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Really?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Phi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
I mean, didn't stop you in betraying me, but whatever, I guess.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
Well, you know, Dio, there's a quick way out. You could take the route that Alice and Quark were trying to take because they're Radical 6. Look, not that I would ever recommend anyone take that route, but if Dio took that route, all of our problems would be gone and there wouldn't really be much of an issue anymore. If we go in the darkest, most logical thought process we could go through. Not that I think he would. Although he has taken that cyanide capsule a couple times. Yeah, but we have to prove that he's a Myrmidon for that action to happen. Now I feel dirty for saying that out loud. But I really don't like Dio. Can you blame me?
Come on.
Maybe you can. I don't know.
We need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I gave one last quick nod to Phi and Clover before heading back for the warehouse at a dead run. Warehouse A. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AB gate. Although, I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay! Let's go! Two more AB gates slid open. You all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the Start button on your screen. Once you've entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished.
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to Ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nonary game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? What? What the hell is this? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white fluid. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. I'm just curious about something. Where are you? Almost there. Oops, wrong one. Does it mention anything in here about that, maybe? Well, there's a lot of bullshit in here, but I gotta get right to the end of it. Titanium alloys for bones. Those are covered with ABT. Artificial nerves. You can feel pain. It has veins that connect to the rest of your arm, so if you inject medicine into a cybernetic arm, it'll flow to the rest of the body. Doesn't mention anything about white blood, though. That's odd. But why? Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really?
Yeah.
But...
Just shut up! It's fine, alright? I'm fine! Leave me alone! I regretted the words at the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong. And my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, let's go Ally. It's the path we want to go down. Vote has been recorded. Please vote.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
But with that, I think we'll end this episode here. In the next one, we'll see what the results were, and maybe... What the fuck is with Sigma's arm? Does he have a cybernetic limb? Could it be something more? I sure as fuck don't know. But see you guys then, I guess.